because that's a good question.
Okay.
Yeah. The question is the concern about the movement of the tree. When we build a tree house, we allow. See, if you restrict the movement of the tree, it will break the connections. So we allow the movement, and then there is no problem. That's number one. Number two, the code limits the amount of deflection, call it deflection. So if you are within this amount, you will feel the joy of the movement, but it won't hurt. So the movement has to be controlled, have to be within limit, but we allow it in our design. So the house will move, but it won't break.
The bolts that go into the tree, do they move at all inside the tree or
No, no, go back. Our connection to the bolt can move. If this is a bolt, we have kind of sliding connection, so that what does move. But the bolt itself does not move. Go back again a little bit. More. That's it.
Yeah.
You see that bolt? The bolt does not move, but this connection does slide each way, and it does allow the tree to move without breaking the bolt. So we allow the movement rather than resisting it. But a good question, very good question. But you will love the joy of having, like, if you are in, for example, if you are in a skyscraper in the 50th floor or so, your building will move a couple of feet.
That's not joy, that's fear.
That could be it. But it does. All building moves, by the way. That building that we are under, it does move. But because it is a single story, the movement is very small. If you are in 50, 60 story, it will move right and left. That's, I'm not saying several inches. Most likely 50, 60 story building will move several feet right and left. But if the movement within tolerable speed, then it is okay. So does your treehouse will move with no problem. I happen to enjoy that movement. Some people are scared from it, but everything does move. Bridges move, building moves, everything moves. Yes.
And
yes,
the
sir.
engineering allows for the tree to continue growing as well.
That is true. When we connect to the tree, guys, we are a few inches away from the trunk of the tree, so it allows the tree to grow. Remember, the tree grows horizontal. It does not move vertical. So the bolt that you put in the tree today, in 10 years, will be at the same distance from the ground. It will not move up. So the tree grow by adding rings horizontal, and then the top of the tree go and create new branches and goes up. But the elevation does not change. So your tree house will not move up. Well, I didn't know that either. But when you deal with the tree industry, that you know that the tree grow horizontal, and then the very top of the tree add new branches up there, while the horizontal elevation of your tree house stay the same.
So
Yes,
you mentioned building permit. Is likely required to have a building permit for a treehouse?
It's mixed bag. There are many states, California for example, have, if you are building something that is less than 100 square foot, you are not allowed, but it cannot be habitable.
Right.
See, it's called auxiliary structure. Oregon has 200 square foot.
Okay.
So some building department will let you slide by, some will not. I highly recommend that you consult and get a building permit. Why? Because you're building on a living thing. A tree is living, it's not dead. So it could be sick, it could be have a bad areas, weak area, that it could cause problem. So I highly recommend that you apply for a building permit. I highly recommend that you hire an engineer to help you through the process so you can keep it fun. Remember, a tree house is for fun, and you want to keep it for fun. So I highly recommend, but I do know that some areas people can slide by, it's very close to the ground. Maybe the building department will let you slide. My recommendation, always consult.
Understood. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks, guys.